Thank you to my divine power. Thank you, EA family. I am Bounce Back Ability Bernadette, and I am powerless over my emotions. With the help of my divine power and the EA tools, I am learning to be a reasonably happy person, even when I have slips and unsolved problems. To begin, here are prompts to consider as I share my experience on the power of choice. How do I usually respond when I feel hurt, angry, or afraid? What song or poem reminds me that I have options? Also, see the selections from EA Today's book. By the way, each day qualifies on making a choice. I have selected days where I see the word choice or choose, and my interpretation of the message may be different from yours. Now, let's go back many moons ago to when I went to the club Friday, Saturday, heck, any night of the week. I had my club uniform, one black skirt. It was very easy to make a decision on what to wear because I only had one choice. My only job was to make sure my skirt was washed and ironed, and my trusty skirt was shiny from all the ironing. Before the house music hot mix came on the radio, I might hear the Isley Brothers song, "It's Your Thing." It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. This song subconsciously reminds me that I have choices. Now, fast forward to 2008, when I was introduced to Emotions Anonymous while an intensive outpatient. All through the Emotions Anonymous literature, I am reminded I have a choice. From the slogans to the just for todays, the choice is mine. Today, we will focus on entries from the Today book. Number 1, right off the bat, choices are painful because I cannot have both guns and butter. I must give up some of one to have more of the other. I have a choice. But to say this is just the way I am and take it as that, I choose to be honest, open, and willing to the program and be more than why does everything have to happen to me? I don't have to understand the program all at once before I decide to act. And I get out of comparing myself with others. I take a chance to know myself, and that requires courage. I can also just ignore my habits and patterns. But no choice is a choice. I make choices all day, every day, whether I realize it or not. And from all my self-help books, I am told happiness is a choice. How long do I plan to be used and manipulated? A person can only ride my back for how long I'm bent over. I can stand up for myself. I choose my attitude. I went from a BA to BBA. Bad attitude to bounce back attitude. June 11th entry is very similar to May 15th. For when my controlling tendencies flare up, I choose slogan, live and let live. Just by the nature of life, I will have challenges. So I choose whether I will cave in or rise to the occasion. When there are many demands on my time and attention, and I'm getting frustrated, I can begin to make reckless decisions, especially with my mouth and patience. I choose to pause and to put on my oxygen mask first before others. Translation: Bernadette, cut off YouTube and go to sleep when it's time to go to sleep. That's my way of taking care of myself. Universal principles of what I put out, I get back. What I put out also affects other people. Yesterday, I received a wisdom nugget. My emotions are not my problem. Emotions give me information. I acknowledge, I process the info, or whatever you want to call it, and I respond instead of automatically reacting. I choose compassionate step 1 when I get frustrated with myself, when I get those ideas that one and done through the program and I should be quote unquote cured. Making decisions. I am bound to make mistakes. But I have another wisdom nugget. I am human. Humbly understanding mistakes are necessary. Now, I need to check myself, my motivation for why I am giving love and attention. Am I genuine, or am I being manipulative with hidden control agendas? Hey, it happens. I'm human. Let's do a pulse check. I have trauma tales, but that intense experience has turned my carbon atoms into diamonds. I also do daily pulse checks with my step 10. And I can reflect before, during, or after an event. The sooner I reflect, the less mess I probably have to clean up. Anger issues. I did not see anger as my alarm system. I saw anger as a command, an automatic reaction to not getting my way. Today, I choose to lower my expectations. And for those of you who know me, I have been rocking Just for Today number 3 for the past couple of months. Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is and not force everything to adjust to my own desires. I will accept my family, my friends, my business, my circumstances as they come. I choose to be grateful for what I do have and not what I have not. I decide to what degree I want to be a people pleaser. I also get to develop my relationship with my divine power and what works for us. Promises 2 and 4. I don't regret the past or wish to shut the door on it. I see how my experience benefits others. Finally, I choose my recovery return on investment. The more I put into the program, the more I get out. So I'll conclude with my choice poem, Accept or Change, Accept or Change. With wisdom, I choose to live a better way.